here today?
Well, first off, we're going to do a song that occurred to me about a year and a half ago, and I put it down, the idea of what would happen if a rock icon like Jim Morrison just turned up one night. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last night Jim Morrison came to my window with a maraca in his hand. Said he was looking for a band. He played my iPod, surfed the net. I made us toasted cheese. He marveled at the intervening years. He didn't quite get Seinfeld, but loved Cheers. And then he started tinkling on the ivories, and we found this kind of groove. Then he sang and the earth moved, and in a nothing suburb between cupboards, pools and bins, something mystical happened again. Until he turned to me and said, the end. It's time to go. It's time to go. We gave the world the greatest party it has ever seen. But now it's time we boomers split the scene. And though the house was silent as a tombstone, but a maraca on the floor proved I had hung out with a door. But what it meant and why this hour and why he'd come to me, that empty lounge room wouldn't volunteer, save for those last words ringing in my ear. It's time to go. It's time to go. We gave the world the greatest party it has ever seen. But now it's time we boomers split the scene. It's time to go. It's time to go. Janice might appear, and sometimes spinning vinyl while the magic takes a hold. And in that moment there's nothing to fear. The Lizard King is whispering in my ear. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to go.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. And ladies and gentlemen, the great thing about Dave Warner is when he finishes a song like that, he kind of turns around and folds his arms in front of him and gives a shy little smile and goes, "Is that all right?" That's fantastic. To Billy and Tony and Dick, thanks for your beautiful accompaniment. And you know this man is a very fine writer when he includes the lyric, "A maraca on the floor proved I'd hung out with a door." That is beautiful stuff. Now, this is up to you, because we can talk all the way to 11 o'clock. Or is there a little something else that you might play for us?
We could do a track.
I tell you what, you're a sellout in here and would like to hear another track.
Okay.
Could you do that?
All right, cool. This one's, I'll just give you, this is Lonely Sailor, which I wrote back in 1976.
I know, just 40 years ago.
Yeah, but for some reason I never recorded it. We played it live. I always liked it. And this album, I thought, no, we're going to do it. So,
ladies and gentlemen, a 63-year-old version of the 23-year-old self.
I'm a lonely sailor, just like any Albert Finney, with my hair greased back, just like any Lawrence Harvey. I'm just a rock out from Blackwall Reach, and I don't have any Elizabeth Taylor, and I won't be the groom to Princess Caroline. Oh, I don't even have a Saturday night tramp to call mine. I'm a lonely sailor, just like any Lawrence Harvey. No Lizzie Taylor, no eyes like Albert Finney. I'm just a rock out from Blackwall Reach. I'm 10 years behind my time. I'm 20 years ahead. What good will it do me if girls love me when I'm dead? 'Cause I'm a lonely sailor, just like any Albert Finney, with my hair greased back, just like any Lawrence Harvey. I'm just a rock out from Blackwall Reach, and I don't have any Elizabeth Taylor. Princess Caroline. Oh, I don't even have a Saturday night tramp to call mine. I don't even have a Saturday night tramp to call mine.
Okay, we could tell it was written some time ago because your popular culture references are Albert Finney and Lawrence Harvey.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, it's fantastic.
Well, you know, I thought of changing the album. I called it When, because it's all about time and you know, a person moving through time, the future, and how the past is the future. And this track, I thought I would leave this track exactly as it was and just record it. Some of the other tracks, we recorded one track, Wimbledon, years ago, but I've done a new version of that, and so slightly changed some of the lyrics.
And can we just talk about some of the promotional material for the album? Because you've given me one of the badges, which is very fitting, of course.
I've given you the Dockers When. Because, you know, when can be when we were in the grand final in 2013, or it can be when we win the flag, etc. So, yeah, the badges are of all sorts. So, whatever your issue, you can have a when badge.
Is it fun, Dave? Is it fun to be? I mean, obviously, there's a bit of old with the new, but is it good to be? And with these guys who are just playing so beautifully, it's
better than fun, Geoff. It's absolutely fantastic. And the first, because, you know, it's different personnel to some extent, even though Tony's played with me and John Dennison, the keyboard player. But this is the first time ever in my life that I've had brilliant backing vocalists. And
do you need them? Tony? Does he need them now more than ever? Do you think?
Oh, well, I would always push, yes.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Dick is just sort of filling in today, but instantly provided something that might have been lacking. You know, just a little bit of
Height.
yeah, a little bit of musical resonance on the vocals. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, are you going to be performing? Are we going to be able to see you?
Yeah, we're doing Saturday at the Charles Hotel, a sort of 40th celebratory gig and a preview of the album, which, as I say, will probably be about a month away yet. But we do have a single called I'm on Facebook, But Where's My Friends? That's out now. And who knows, you might play that later in the week or something. You never know.
Probably not.
But we're Charles Hotel Saturday, and Tony's band Fuchsia, of which these guys are part of, which is a brilliant folk psychedelic band. They're doing the support.
Can I thank you all for coming in? It's a great pleasure to have you folks here. Dave, it's always good to see you, and congratulations again on that masterful achievement of winning the Ned Kelly Prize for Crime Fiction.
It was down to you, Geoff. You did the launch. That's
I wish I'd written it, though. That would have been even better. Dave, thanks very much, chaps. Thank you very much for coming in. Let me tell you a little bit about what's on the program tomorrow. I can tell you that Queen Ron is comfortably through with Blue Monday.